Apples float on water. That's because about a quarter of an apple is actually air. Tiny air pockets inside the apple make it less dense than water, allowing it to float. Deep beneath the ocean, there are lakes and rivers. They look just like the ones on land. That's because the water there is much saltier and denser than the surrounding seawater, so it flows separately along the ocean floor. Clouds may look light and fluffy, but a large cloud can weigh more than 1 million pounds. That's because it's made of billions of tiny water droplets spread across a huge area, making the weight enormous while still remaining suspended in the air. It sounds impossible. But some rocks can actually float on water. They're called pumice. During volcanic eruptions, thousands of tiny air bubbles become trapped inside the rock, making it light enough to float. Trees aren't as silent as they seem. Using underground fungal networks, they can share nutrients and chemical signals with nearby trees. Some scientists even call this underground network the Wood Wide Web. The Eiffel Tower doesn't stay the same height all year. When temperatures rise, the metal expands. During hot weather, the tower can become several inches taller than it is during colder months. Every time you thoroughly shuffle a deck of cards, there's a good chance that exact order has never existed before. That's because there are more possible card arrangements than there are atoms on Earth. Today, the Sahara is the world's largest hot desert. But thousands of years ago, it was filled with rivers, lakes, and grasslands. That's because the region once had a much wetter climate than it does today. Saturn is the second largest planet in our solar system, but if there were an ocean big enough, Saturn would actually float on water. That's because Saturn is less dense than water, even though it's almost 95 times more massive than Earth. Some forms of ice contain trapped methane gas. When lit, the gas burns while the ice slowly melts, making it look like the ice itself is on fire. A bolt of lightning can reach temperatures of around 30,000 degrees Celsius. That's several times hotter than the surface of the sun. This happens because lightning releases an enormous amount of energy in a tiny fraction of a second. The largest living organism on Earth isn't a whale, and it isn't a tree. It's a giant underground fungus that spreads beneath a forest for miles. That's because it grows as one connected organism beneath the forest instead of many separate mushrooms. When stored properly, honey can last for thousands of years. Its low water content and natural acidity make it highly resistant to spoilage. Some honey discovered in ancient Egyptian tombs was still remarkably well preserved after thousands of years. Deep underground, giant crystals have grown larger than telephone poles. Some are so massive that people can walk beside them. They grew slowly from hot water filled with minerals over thousands of years. Lightning is so hot that when it strikes sand, it can melt the sand into glass. These natural glass formations are called fulgurites, created when lightning instantly melts and fuses the sand. Which fact surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments, and subscribe for more strange things.